Who are you? You said we knew one another, and you do seem really familiar. I'm just someone who helped make it.
Hello guys, Shockwave King here, back once again. Start the video. The slow de-evolution of Jason Todd, and how I pretty much feel like over the years, especially over the recent years, that pretty much Jason Todd has pretty much devolved as a character. It's like he's been doing absolutely nothing over the past few years. It's like he's just been the exact same way for a while now. And what I mean by that is, when Jason Todd first showed up, right? When he first showed up, the Jason Todd, after he returned from the dead, after we had the fake out with Clayface and Hush, after we have all of this, when the Jason Todd finally returned like he was the Winter Soldier, Jason Todd was presented as an adult, as an older man, as a person who was grown up and had to struggle by himself. And I do not count the whole Tyler or good Kyan comic, because the entire thing is stupid. It makes Jason Todd a better character, and just further prove how good Batman is as a trainer if he did it by himself than with Tyler. But overall, he was a grown up, he was an adult, he was evolved, he was grown up. Sure, he still had some of those personality traits when he was a child, like his anger, but overall, this is the same man at one period of time, with his gadgets and tools, was on par with Batman. This is him. This is that guy who fought Batman, who hit the knife, who set up this Grandmaster Plump, the Joker. And the whole thing with the entire thing is, it wasn't about Batman letting him die. It wasn't about killing the Joker. The whole thing with Jason Todd returning and getting back at Batman was to make Batman hurt, to make Batman feel the way Jason Todd did, alone, left behind, forgotten. And eventually, especially after the fact that found out that Tim Drake just shows up, and it's just like Jason Todd didn't even matter. And then even in between the whole Red Hood storyline, Jason Todd's going on a rampage, beating the crap out of Tim Drake, giving him the business. Probably wasn't necessary, but Jason thought it was. They went an entire tirade on how everybody forgot him, everybody replaced him. Like Dickie's like, no, Tim Drake like, what are you talking about? No one could have stopped talking about you. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? And no one couldn't stop talking about you. It was always about Jason. But Jason didn't see it that way. Jason didn't see it that way at all. That's not what Jason saw. That's not what he believed. And I just love how he just ripped off his own, he ripped off the, he ripped off his Red Hood suit just to reveal that he still have his Robin costume on. It's just been old to the fit as he grows, because as a child was growing up with DVDs and VHS tapes, you get a lot of previews. With streaming services, you don't get those same previews like you used to. But overall, you get a lot of previews of different movies and things like that, which I found out about Samurai Jack and some other things. Because not like I always had every single movie, I was able to watch every single thing. But the Red Hood, the animated film, was always a major one. It was that major one that I wanted to see. I've seen like a video compilation. I always want to see it, and I didn't get a chance to see it till like years later. But I've always enjoyed it and like what it was. But then later on, I was able to buy the DVD and read the original comic book it was based off of. It didn't have the entire thing, but it did have the beginning where Atomimo showed up and Mr. Free was involved in a way. But recently, in the recent years, it's just been like Jason Todd has degressed as a character. It's like he's reverted back to his Robin childhood self. It's like he's no longer written or treated as an adult. And somehow Jason Todd has went from being on par with Batman with gadgets to getting his ass whooped by Batman anytime he stepped out of line. Like Batman, his pappy. What happened with that? Sure, Batman is Batman. Well, how do you go from being on par with Batman to getting beat up by Batman? How does that happen? What sense of the words did that make any sense? And that's what I mean by the de-evolution of his character, like with the Red Hood and the Outlaws, the New 52 and all that. It's like Jason hit a high point, right? He reached the brink of the Winter Soldier, and instead of getting his original Sin storyline, where they gave the Winter Soldier something to do, or they finally put the finishing touches in the character, it's just like Jason Todd just left that to the dry. They have done nothing else with the character. He's just been as much an anti-hero, and it's just like that. He haven't kept his mature personality that he used to have from the comic book at all. In Rebirth and New 52, he's just pretty much reverted back to his like the early 20s, young teen self, and that's it. That's where he stayed. There's none of the cunning genius. There's none of the multiple gadgets. There's no using his see, he's not as smart as Dick Grayson or Tim Drake. But let's be honest, Dick Grayson is the best writing. Dick Grayson is Batman's greatest accomplishment. But the problem is, Dick Grayson could never replace a Batman. Dick Grayson was always Dick Grayson. This is why he's the only Robin who actually left and went to go do it. Well, besides from Tim, of course, who was the first Robin to leave, because eventually he realized that the whole Batman thing was not going to work. Both of them knew eventually that Dick was too different. He could never be Batman, but he can always be a fantastic hero. And that's being mostly set Todd as a child. But even with all that, sadly, his arrogance, his rage, and the undying love for his own mother got him killed. And Batman is partially responsible because I don't think doing the reason like Death in the Family, he didn't keep up with the with Dick Grayson, and the Joker had international immunity and things like that. And if he was there, he wasn't what happened to Jace. He would have did everything he could, but he was not there. But with Tim Drake, with multiple people point out, Tim Drake is a detective. Tim Drake is by the book. Tim Drake is also self-taught and also is able to be the best future version of Batman can ever be. Tim Drake is everything Batman wish he could be. Young, smart, intelligent, but it's not held down by the grudge and the pain of losing his family. Tim was not like that. He's the best version of Batman. Well, he's the best candidate to be Batman. But even with that, in a battle for the cowl, Jason Todd still beat the crap out of him because, you know, he's Jason Todd. Like, there's like pile-ups to this. I don't think Jason Todd gets as much credit as he deserves as a Robin or as the Red Hood, and they just devolved him to this character. Well, oh wait, he's from Batman, you know, and now he's a semi-vigilante, and if Batman shows up, you can get bit. Like, where's the cunning? Where's the maturity? Where's the evolution of Jason Todd that's supposed to be there? Because what I see, it's gone. It's not existent. It's not there. They've pretty much just thrown it away. So as far as I know, for no apparent reason. For no apparent reason, really. There's no real reason for devolving Jason Todd the way they have. At all. Because rather, he's getting beat up by Batman, even though they should be on the same level. Especially when they have gadgets. Now, without the gadgets, of course, Batman outsmarts and out-technically beat Jason Todd. But with the gadgets, they should be on the same part. It's similar to at one point Red Hood had all these gadgets, he was doing this and that, and the next moment, well, he just threw them gadgets away. He just used a bunch of guns and that's pretty much it. Maybe the smoke in there, here and there. Well, where's the cunning? Like, this man pretty much took over most of Gotham by himself with no assistance. Talia wasn't there. And then it just switched to, well, he needs somebody, and it switched to he needs this and that, and you know, just what happened? And that's why I titled the evolution of Jason Todd, because it's not the same character like he was earlier in the character. It's like they haven't evolved. They haven't given him like a definitive personality like they did with Tim. It just seems like Jason Todd has been stuck in limbo, where it's just like, it's right after Death of the Family, right after he became the Red Hood, right after the whole final encounter with Batman, but not any of the maturity or anything lessons learned from that. He's just always impatient. He always acts like a child. There's like nothing to him. There's just absolutely nothing to him. It's like he's a kid again. It's like he's learned nothing. And that's what it feels like to me. It feels like he's learned nothing. It seems like he haven't grown. He haven't evolved. He haven't improved. And it's not something that would be complicated to really do, but since DC constantly, consistently, all day, every day, find some cheap excuse to reboot their series just because, it becomes very hard to be invested in anything if you already know every 5 minutes it's just going to be restarted anyway. What's the point of being excited if it's going to be a reboot? Like, Death Metal is one of the worst things that actually happened in the comics, to be honest. Because not only was it a storyline that evolved into a bunch of nothingness, somehow, some way they have managed to do that and pull off an MK11 and just made an entire story just to reboot the entire universe, and that's it. And what do we get for it? Is anything better than Rebirth? Who knows? Because no one's interested. And then, like, alright guys, with the whole 5G thing, we can't just stop that. We've already drawn most of the books, so we're just going to release that and have it be its own thing. But you know, we don't want to waste any printing costs or anything like that. And we're not going to make an alternative universe, we're just going to make it canon as well. I thought it wasn't supposed to be canon. I thought it was supposed to be. I thought that's the whole reason you gave it on the whole plan, but I guess not. I guess not. And this goes back to the basic problem: how just when you have all these constant reboots, we have like throughout stories, you just see the exact same Jason Todd. It's just like he never matures, he never do anything. It's not like he ever gets the fear toxin or anything. It's just like they're always in this in between space where it just like they established that Jason Todd and Batman could exist, but it's just like there's some type of unresolved pain. Like he didn't get what he wanted out of the whole Joker thing, even though Batman tried to save him at the end. At the end of the Red Stair, it's like they never resolved that. Never got proper closure. I have no problem with Jason Todd killing. It's the way he is, it's the way with what he's become. It's the way he believes he can fix Gotham better than Batman can. And in certain ways that the way Jason Todd see it, some people cannot be given a second chance. I'm missing the words for it. Yeah, can't be redeemed. Not every person can have redemption. Like the Joker, arguably is one of those people that should die, but I think it should be better. He should be used for a better. Oh, but you know, Batman doesn't kill. He doesn't do this. Or Batman should kill. Cause look how many people these people killed. But you got mass murderers in real life still get jail time. Who went on a killing man rampage, sniping police officers and everything, but somehow they don't deserve to die. Somehow the people who get out of jail because, you know, some BS Democrat policy, they don't deserve to go to jail after they come back out. No, they don't deserve to be killed after they get out and kill somebody again. But the Joker does. And that's what the whole thing comes into. It just, we would give people special treatment for who deserve to die or who doesn't. Well, he got out, killed some more people. We sent him back in. We let him out. He killed some more people. And for some reason, we just keep letting him out for some apparent reason. Somehow we just haven't learned that he's just going to keep killing people. So we're just going to keep putting more innocent people's lives at risk and just don't tackle the real problem. We don't need to tackle mental illness or take on the subject of what led the Joker to become the way he is. Or doing it like that's the thing. It's the reason why people see America as so fake. Because they claim they care, they claim they do this and that, but they don't care. Most of them don't. Guys like me and a few others care, but 99% of them just don't. And then they'll use the skills, well, I can't do anything, you can't do something. A small change can change everything. Even just a small thing, you make petitions, you have an entire month for breast cancer, for mental health, for Black History Month, Hispanic History Month, for all, you got all these different types of months, but we can't have a mental health month to focus on mental health and to fix that, especially since this whole C-19 situation everybody keep talking about. You expect mental health to be one of the most talked about things, but nope. About 30 seconds on a news broadcast, there's no hotlines, there's no nothing. It's a discussion that no one truly cares about or truly talk about. Because technically, Jason Todd needs therapy. And it's sad how the Three Jokers is a perfect example of what I mean. I did nothing with Jason Todd. He's right after the Red Hook. He haven't evolved, and then they try to put him some garbage storyline where it's just he likes Barbara Gordon for some reason. Why? Well, cause they bond through fucking trauma. That's it. Cause they both been tortured by the Joker. Wouldn't that cause them not to be in a relationship? Wouldn't that push them further away to bring them closer? In a way, because they'll be both traumatized by that trauma, especially the fact that Jason used guns and Barbara was traumatized by a man with a gun, but a Joker of all people. You expect her some type of way. Oh, but she's moved on, but she's grown, but Jason hasn't. And then you expect, all right, we got Jason Todd again. We're gonna mess it up. Nope, we're just gonna rough him up some and just let him go. After all that hype for Three Jokers, disappointment. And we can't even blame like Jason, the artist or the writer. I think his name was I think Jeff Johns wrote this book. Because it's like, it was a storyline that should have been wrapped up in New 52. DC didn't care about it. They kept hinting at it. This might get a sequel. You can't do nothing with this. You can't do nothing with this. Not the way you left it off, that his family is still up. What's he gonna do with that? Well, the family's gonna get killed, or we're gonna have the son of the Joker. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get. And it's sad. It really is. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts and opinions about Jason Todd over the last 2 years and how I believe that he haven't evolved as a character. He's just been the same old guy. That's it. He haven't evolved. He's like, they can't decide if they want to make him mature or not. Because when he first showed up, he was mature, refrained. He still had a tone to a certain degree, but he was still, it was more an adult type of way. And I don't want to take out his raised thing or anything like that. But it's supposed to be something more than Jason than just he acts like a child and this and that. There's supposed to be more to Jason Todd than that. But there's not. No one really gone into it. The Outlaws haven't really gone into it or anything like that. It's just you can do so much more, but there's not really too much effort to really do it, and I don't know why. But it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is, isn't it? But I hope you guys liked the video. My opinions and comments on the recent treatment of Jason Todd, one of the best characters, one of the best Robins, who they haven't really finally rounded out or finished the characters. Just like there's been no lasting storyline. There's no wrapping things up with a Joker, unless I've missed it, which could be a massive possibility. But I don't see how you go from a mature grown man to back to acting like he was like a 16-year-old child. And then when Batman showed up, of course Batman got to show up with Daddy's belt. Oh, you stepping out of line, Robin? You know what that means. You know what that means. I gotta take off my belt, Robin. No, don't make me do this, Jason. You're already traumatized. You want me to go get the crowbar? It's just wow. Just Jason Todd's gonna put up a decent fight. Like he just got no martial arts skill. That's why he used a gun. So I sworn he was on par with Batman with the gadget to a certain degree. So I sworn you can hang with Batman. You can hang in with Jason with Dick Grayson, but I guess not. I guess that was just a delusional thinking. Like guys, like the video. What are your thoughts and opinions on the recent treatment of Jason Todd? Do you believe that he's been treated well as a character? Do you believe he's just like he's not as mature as he was before, but he's still Jason Todd? Or are you in my boat how he's been devolved into a one frame, a shell of a character that they haven't tried to revolve since he first showed up? And even the likes of the Winter Soldier, who most people don't care about, got a wrap up in his storyline, or they gave him something to do, becoming a man to watch. Jason Todd, he's just out there. It's out there. An excellent comeback, but a failed landing. Let me show you like guys' thoughts and opinions now. Peace.